Hey y'all, it's Michael here. I am a third year going into my fourth year of OMB, and I music major, all the good things. um, so I am interested in being a captain because I want to see the guard to continue to grow in their interest of guard and the way that they spin everything, all those things. And I want to see like a further development of our interaction with the Pacific Northwest circuit as well as the international circuit. Um, and I think that would be super great. Um, I let's see. What went well last year? I think that the strength of the guard, like the way that we powered through whatever came to us, and like how late it did or whatever. No matter what it was, we always came through and we always did what we really needed to do. And I think that was really awesome. I think we did a really great job last season. And I think that the captain and staff interactions went well, and like their how they communicated was effective for the staff and captains. This being said, going into what I think kind of went wrong last year, I think the connection between the captains and the guard felt a little disconnected. Because I feel like regular guard members were feeling as if they're being kept, like there's information being kept from them, or like it's coming in too late, or like they're just not getting it fast enough, and it's like, why aren't you connecting to Jin or whatever? And it's like, but maybe Jin does not even know what's going on, which I'm sure is often the case. Sometimes the information comes 5 minutes before it has to happen. So I think it takes a little bit more courage from um, all of the members of the guard to be like, okay, sometimes this is really just a high stress environment. OMB can be really stressful to be in sometimes, but it's always because there's a deadline to meet and it's something that we have to do, but it's something that we all love doing, so we're going to get through it and love doing that. So I think that's really important to keep remembering in our own heads. Communication. um, I think communication is very important for the growth of a program as a whole and especially within sections. Um, Recently, there have been some tears in um, the way that we as a guard communicate, and um, I think it's really hindering our progress and where we can continue to keep going if we let this divide to continue to happen. The way that this meeting and this new leadership process came about, um, to me, I feel very disrespected because as another regular member of the Guard that just joined the fall season last year, had done winter before the season before, and did winter this season, um, had to find out about this and how this whole process came about through the previous captains and the three different stories that they were told about it, and then I I just feel mostly betrayed. I guess I don't know, like just blindsided. I guess because of I am not one of the captains. I was just like a member like you, and so if you were upset about a process not going through for the winter season, and you're like saying, "Oh well, anybody who that was a regular member should like be able to do this." Like if we want to have a new implication for a leadership process, everybody on the guard needs to be involved, or everybody on the guard needs to have the chance to be involved. Um, because without that, then it's literally a straight divide because people don't know what's going on compared to those who do. So this really I just think there's absolutely no space for exclusion of anybody on the guard, period. Um, yeah. And I think, as well, on leadership, aside from this, I think that communication for leadership is important with the communication with the rest of the sections of the band. So, yeah, I think that's really great. I have been a section leader in the OMB before, and I have a pretty great relationship with a lot of the other sections, and I think it's just really important to have that like foundation to connect with each other so that you all are on the same page, and we go to our or go to their like meetings and such on the 50 every, you see it and it happens, so that there's more contribution that the color guard can give, rather than it's like all the band members are talking and it's like the color guard still has kind of a different instruction, so we'll just wait until the end of the meeting to find out from Jen. Like, there can be more connection and everyone can understand what's going on so that things can be better. I think that would help us a lot. And lastly, other commitments that it might affect my ability to be guard captain. There aren't really. I do work at Sheldon, as most of you know, but this doesn't conflict because the days that we have rehearsals are separate from the days that we have OMB rehearsals, except for Thursdays, but it's still like hours in between, so there's no conflicts. There's no way we'll be late from one rehearsal to the other, so it's fine. And as well, I did this last year with Mia, this situation of teaching at Sheldon and being an OMB, so I already experienced the same schedule, and we just worked it around with our boss, Julie Bounds, already to pull it together. So, yeah, that's great.